alternative future of Wicso? That's right, we're doing it. Now, this was sort of inspired by a guy called Switzerland. Let's begin with the blue team. Now, they have been expanding recently, and well, they're going to go expand more. This country is mostly just a bunch of desert, so of course they're gonna beat them. Like, how are they gonna lose? How could they lose to them? You can see the blue team fully annexes that Saudi team, and now the old empire is coming back. But one thing they want to do is prevent the spread of fascism. So how are they gonna do that? Well, they're trying to stop the fascists by invading into countries that could become fascist in the future. For example, this Saudi coast one, and I mean, it does fall quickly, not as quick as a desert one, but definitely quick. The coast is where it gets a bit more difficult, but in the end, they're able to do it, like, really. The old empire is coming back, but guess who's coming back also? You may not remember this nation, but you remember, but you also may be a huge fan of this nation like me. The Hittites are back. Yeah. They are officially back, and the first thing they're gonna do is try to take over some nations, like Crete. Actually, I messed up. It's actually technically called Anatolia, and while it was stuck on Crete, it was still called Anatolia, just on Crete, so some people decided to call it Crete instead. I'll still say it's Anatolia. And they're famously kicked out and forced of Turkey and forced to live in Crete. And this northern country, they might have a secret alliance with Greece. So watch out for those guys. But you can invade this guy. The other countries did not expect the Hittites to even invade anyone. Like, this is just huge now. And when they're about to expand again, a new alliance is created, which will be I'll choose the cross. You know what? How about the gear? Yeah, the gear alliance is created between Greece, this northern country, Cyprus joins in, Crete joins in, and the last country to join in is Israel. And yeah, that's the last country to join in. So yeah, they can still go down into Syria or whatever these countries are, like Kurdistan. And well, now Crimea can go do some some fun stuff. I mean, it's not really fun, but for some reason, you guys like watching wars happen because you're so weird. Or just like me. Because, well, my job might become drawing colors on a map one day. So now we have a Greater Crimea, and, well, there's really anything can happen, but I think there will be a new country, and since this is an alternative future of Wicso series that I'm making, we're going to unite them to create a new country. It's gonna be like a mint color because I like the color mint. And it's gonna be called the Iberian Union. And they're like, and these guys are like, why are you doing this? And they're like, because we, and they don't respond. They do want to join in the gear team. They're anti-fascism. They're democratic. They're surrounded by superpowers. I mean, there are none. But they're surrounded by way stronger countries. So they would like to join in. And Bulgaria, well, something very sad's gonna happen. There. Well, you know what? Nah. But they do nearly collapse because, well, they're just very, very poor. They're very unstable. They could split apart any second. But guess who helps them fix their problems? Greece. I mean, this was pretty expected. They were eventually gonna join in anyways. Still no Iberia. So, Bengal has done nothing. Like, ever since they got invaded by Vietnam. Nothing. They're probably the most mid country in Asia. They're kind of like the Switzerland of it, but not anymore. Because, well, there's a bunch of groups of people that are kind of wanting to break away. Like, for example, the Persian group. Most of them live on the coasts of India and Persia. In China all around, there was this like pre-World War III group that wants it to be like pre-World War III. Like, and these groups, they're kind of like fighting against their countries. So Bengal goes into Vietnam. Now, they can't beat Vietnam and Korea, but then you realize they're going into like the like, I believe, rainforest area of it. I should turn off this for invasions. Just looks a lot cleaner and stuff. They're going right in until Vietnam notices, and Korea's also sending help, just so you know. But they are doing terrible. And then you realize India was here too. They just discovered that Bengal had been supporting in those groups, and so did China. Tibet doesn't have any of that problem, or any really, but they go in because, well, their allies are in, and, well, Bengal is dying, and then, well, this happens. Bengal is gonna look like this, so we gotta draw in the lines really quick. But first I would like to tell you something. I am a small channel who really wants more subs, and I believe I deserve more subs because I make interesting mapping videos inspired by Aegis Pro and more related stuff. But the thing is, I don't get any subs. So, I'll take a look at that button down there. And if you're already subbed, please don't look at the button down there. Now, if China takes this, it will look kind of like an Among Us. We're not doing that. And, well, Bengal is tiny, but what will happen to the remainder of Bengal? Nobody knows. It's just a very unstable country, and it might even split in two, and that's what will happen. More accurately, this entire area just, more accurately, they let Tibet have this entire area, but Tibet doesn't want all that. Tibet likes how they were being nice to them. They like how they're gonna get a coast. But one thing they don't like is how they're getting stuff that they don't want. And, well, the borders are changed a ton. They could join up with India any second now. And, well, I wonder what could happen here. Nothing. The blue team, they're huge enough already, and for one episode. And these people, some of them would like to create a new Russia. Now, there's the Holy Russian Empire, but it's more like just a weird alliance. But these areas of these countries would like to join up with this country, who now wants to unite Russia. And the Holy Russian Empire is just like, huh? And they're still a member of the Holy Russian Empire. Even weirder is how they start invading a country from there, and they don't respond with anything. and then they invade another country, and well, they finally start to realize what they should do. Invade it too. Yeah. This country is a bit too strong for the Russians to take over. And also, I want to give them a cool color, like kind of like a yellow would work nice. I also know there used to be a yellow country in the area that is now Russia. But this team is like kind of similar in strength to this team. Even weirder is that, well, who will leave the Holy Russian Empire? Well, will anyone leave the Holy Russian Empire? Will anybody leave? We have only 3 countries left, and well, this country will leave. They feel like they can do stuff on their own. They feel like they are strong. They are better now. And they can do anything. Well, we're gonna have to update like power rankings. Number 1 will be, of course, India. Number 2 will be the Dutch. Number 3 will be the Romans. Number 4 could really be anybody. Like, alright, China. Norway is strong, but I believe it's not that strong. Instead, 5th place will go to America. 6th to Norway. 7 goes to Brazil. 8 goes to Vietnam. 9 goes to Morocco. 9 goes to South Africa. 10 goes to Morocco. Now, this country should be here, but it's somehow not as strong as South Africa or Morocco or Vietnam or even Norway. And well, the final new alliance I will add is gonna be the 4-point stars, because there's gonna be 4 members. These teams are weak but are strong together. Now the reason they formed this, they don't really like this Russia thing, and they don't want to be communist. They just want to be themselves. So they form their own alliance. And I just realized I had to add the Trapezoid Alliance to the alliance layer. Uh-oh. Somebody will join, and it's this team. And I'm guessing that, and they're actually pretty peaceful, but they don't like this monster. And well, I hope you liked this episode. Just a note, this series won't have daily shoutouts. That would only be on normal mapping videos. So, goodbye.